Welcome back to the BookEnds YouTube channel. I'm James McGowan,
I'm Jessica Faust.
and we are talking about mistakes today.
Mistakes. We don't make those.
I wish.
It'll be a hard one to have. We don't know what it's like.
Well, okay, so let me tell you what prompted this video. You as in, the imaginary audience.
They're not imaginary. They're all right there. Hello.
The other day I was reading queries, and I got a message from an author basically berating himself that he forgot to include my name in the query, or he miswrote, or something. It was something along those lines, berating himself.
Did they call you Jimmy?
No, thankfully did not call me Jimmy. I felt terrible, and naturally my instinct was it's all good. Like, mistakes happen, it's not a big deal. So I wanted to talk particularly in queries, but I guess it can really be addressed in publishing as a whole.
Yeah.
That mistakes happen
all the time. I personally have sent things to editors and used the wrong name. I mean, I have pitched books. My clients are all going to be horrified.
Yeah, I know. There was one story in my head. I'm like, do I want to say it?
Using the name of, the wrong editor, because, when I'm pitching, just like when authors are querying,
it's in money.
We're doing more people, and if sometimes we get distracted and we're just forget to change the name. And I have never rejected somebody solely for using the wrong name. No. I don't believe that any editor has ever rejected somebody for using the wrong name or not read the book or whatever it is. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think so. What I was saying before the video, I would prefer you got my name right. Anybody would prefer that you got their name or the name of the company right. It happens though, like, we're never going to reject based on that. And I think that there's so much pressure to be perfect when you're querying that authors feel that, and I wish that we could dissipate it all.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I have had clients get my name wrong.
Yeah, it happens. But I mean, it's just, especially we are in such a fast world, right? Things are moving 1, 2, 3, and it's also, we're in an exciting world for people who love books. So we're sending off emails in excitement. It happens. Double check everything you're doing, but it happens.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that authors who are really in tune and on social media and all of these other places get easily overwhelmed by, let's face it, we hear the negative more or in a bigger way than we hear the positive.
Yeah. So
we're going to make this video, and we are going to repeat in this video for 20 minutes. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. And you're going to get, you, the viewer, are going to get on Twitter later, and one agent is going to complain about somebody in a query getting their name wrong, and you are just going to, that's the only thing you can think of. Everything we said goes out the window, because that's the way, I guess, the human brain works. We only focus on the bad things and not the good.
Yeah.
But you got our name wrong. But did you write a good query? Did you write a good manuscript?
Get the genres right. Do you know that this is something that I'm looking for? I think when it comes down to it, what I'm looking for is that you wrote the book that I would be a fit for.
Yes.
And I can look past the name.
And I can look past a typo. But I will tell you that in your query, if it's riddled with typos, or that is a mistake that I can look past if it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it is going to make me pause.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a business built on writing. Your writing still has to be there. Mistakes happen. If you I put apostrophes wherever the hell I want to put apostrophes.
Oh, I do that with commas.
Yeah, so I never pay attention to where an apostrophe actually belongs. It's just, I'm feeling like an apostrophe.
Yep, so, M dashes are fun. I love an M dash. I don't know what it's for. I just use it.
Right, it happens, and we're typing fast. I just think when you're writing a query, look it over. If there's a mistake in there, I mean, how many books have you read that have been on the shelves that have some typos in there? That's a team of people that have missed mistakes. We're not going to hold you. We're not going to hold them against you.
No, reading a manuscript and finding a typo here and there isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Finding a factual error in a manuscript that hasn't gone through all the editorial steps isn't a big deal. because, and I say this to my published authors all the time, every book has an error. It has been seen by so many eyes, and I will guarantee you there's a typo, there's an error, there's a typer in there. So, you know, we don't expect perfection. And at the end of the day, it's really not worth beating yourself up for, because what I would say is, do you really want to form a business partnership with somebody who is going to dock you for a simple mistake? You know, and I'm the queen of mistakes. It's funny because I was making a list the other day, I guess you could call it, of pet peeves. And one of the things that came up is, it's a long story, but it was going to be, there was this thing and I was going to do it on Instagram. It wasn't really pet peeves. It was like facts about me, I guess. But this one was a pet peeve. Anyway, it was a Sunday and, you know, it was kind of quiet. So I made this list. And the first thing on my list was that I do not like grammar police, and I don't give a shit if I make a grammatical or a spelling error in a tweet or in an Instagram post or on the blog. That I am not perfect, and when I do those things, they're supposed to be somewhat instant and quick, and I don't have time to reread and make corrections on everything, and I don't have editors who are doing this for me. So that means that I have absolutely no right to judge people who make grammar errors, you know, or typers. It's gonna be my new thing.
So when it comes down to it, these things are inevitable. They're going to happen. Take the pressure off yourself a little bit. But that said, make sure that you're reading everything over and make sure that you're following query and submission guidelines and directions. But go easy on yourself. Querying is hard enough. You don't have to beat yourself up.
Yeah, if you're doing the work, and then mistakes happen, and just be okay with it. We all do it.
And if it's a 90,000 word book and you got one typo, that's still a pretty good percentage.
That's really impressive.
Yes. So query confidently and make typos confidently. We are.
I can't do it in a 90 character tweet. So.
Right. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope this video was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you back here next time.
Bye.